We're diving deep into the world of Thailand's monarchy and the fascinating life of King Rama X, who happens to be the wealthiest monarch on the planet. But it's not just about his riches, there's a lot more to discover about this intriguing figure. Thailand still holds a monarchy, and it's crucial to understand that the king holds significant power. This isn't just a modern thing, it's a tradition that has been upheld for thousands of years. Thai people deeply respect their king, and they're required by law to do so. Criticizing the king or his family is a serious offense that can result in lengthy jail sentences. So, who is King Rama X? Also known as Maharajan, he's an influential figure not only within Thailand but globally as well. His estimated net worth is mind-boggling, ranging from $30 billion to a staggering $70 billion. This wealth gives him immense influence. He can even play a role in shaping the government and approving national budgets. But what about his personal life? King Rama X is also known for his extravagant and sometimes controversial lifestyle. He's often referred to as a playboy, which raises questions about what it's like to be close to him. Some of his former wives have experienced challenging times after their marriages ended, which leads to rumors and speculation about his relationships. There's even a rumor about one of his ex-wives being fed from a dog pole, though it's essential to note that such stories can be unreliable and should be taken with caution. And what about his third wife? Why was she arrested, and why does she now live without many amenities? We'll explore this intriguing story further. Lastly, we'll delve into how his current wife navigates the challenges of being in a position where the king has multiple concubines. It's a unique perspective that sheds light on the complexities of royal life. So, stay tuned to uncover the secrets and stories surrounding King Rama X and the fascinating world of Thailand's monarchy. If you're enjoying our content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get started. He likes to have fun and spend money without worrying too much. Sometimes, he surprises people all over the world with his unusual behavior. The king even gave his favorite dog, Fufu, the title of Air Marshal. When the dog passed away, there were 4 days of sadness, and they organized a grand funeral for the pet. A few years ago, King Rama X shocked everyone with his outfit when he visited Munich. He was wearing jeans and a wild t-shirt, and he was even half naked, showing off tattoos all over his body. This was quite strange for a king, don't you think? But King Rama X became famous not just for his unusual actions, but also for his romantic relationships. Some people called him a playboy because he loved beautiful women and had a rich personal life. There's a rumor that if he looks at a woman for more than 10 seconds, his servants would invite her to his bedroom. King Rama X might not understand it, but many women wanted to be close to him because it could bring them great wealth and privileges. Sometimes, the lives of women who were married to or had relationships with the king were not easy. In 1977, King Maha married his cousin Savali, and a year later, they had a daughter. It's likely that Maha was pressured into this marriage by his relatives because at that time, he was still a crown prince and didn't have as much power as he does now. It's not surprising that he lost interest in his wife and fell in love with an actress named Sujarini Vivacharawongse. His first wife didn't want to give him a divorce, even 16 years after their wedding. Eventually, they had to go through the courts to break up, and he blamed her for having relationships with other people. The princess couldn't really object because criticizing the king is not allowed. However, the fate of King Rama's first wife turned out quite well. Savali remained on good terms with the king, and their daughter continues to participate in important ceremonies. The crown prince's second wife was the actress Sujarini. She started as a comedian but was given a high-ranking position in the royal army after their marriage. They had 5 children together. The love story between the crown prince and a commoner was like a fairy tale, much like Cinderella. However, their happiness didn't last long. The crown prince accused her of treason with a 60-year-old air marshal. He even sent nude photos of her to Time magazine and publicly revealed her actions. He also took away her award titles. Luckily, Sierra managed to escape abroad and avoid more severe punishment like going to prison. After some time, the crown prince decided to marry for the 3rd time. His new wife was once again a commoner named Serena. So, why did a former waitress catch the king's attention after all those years? The king told reporters that he finally decided to settle down and put an end to his various love affairs. After their wedding, the former waitress was given the title of princess. She must have been very grateful to her husband for lifting her up and was willing to fulfill any of his desires. On Marco's birthday, he celebrated his beloved poodle Fufu in a unique way to please his husband. She attended the party wearing only a thumb, and she even ate the same food as the dog. It was quite an unusual celebration. These pictures were all over the internet, causing a major scandal. However, the woman chose to ignore it and remained determined to do whatever her husband desired. Unfortunately, things took a dark turn for her. King Maha accused his third wife and her relatives of corruption. The woman's parents and brothers ended up in prison for several years, and she was put under house arrest. After their divorce, the woman had her head shaved and was made to wear monastic robes. She was sent to a distant province and placed in a small cabin with no modern amenities or electricity. Even the bathroom and toilet facilities were intentionally destroyed. Now, the former princess has to collect rainwater for her needs and use a drain hole as a toilet, with a mocking sign over the door saying, "I hope you'll be as comfortable here as in a palace." Additionally, she's only allowed to see her own son. These terrible details were reported by a local newspaper, and the whole country became aware of King Maha's extreme cruelty. This once vibrant and recognizable princess now lives in miserable conditions, and it's likely that she continues to endure the same hardships. In 2016, the crown prince received the title of king. The first thing the king did was to reintroduce polygamy just 3 days before his coronation. He married a woman named Succeeda, who was a former student and head of the king's security. In 2019, they became the king and queen, and it seemed like King Rama X had found happiness. However, he soon announced that he had another woman, whom he gave the official status of a mistress. This caused a lot of tension because the two women couldn't get along. As a result, Sinet, the mistress, was stripped of her title and ranks. The king claimed she had been disrespectful to Queen Succeeda and disloyal to him. According to reports, Sinet was nearly imprisoned and her family's house was destroyed. However, a year later, the charges were dropped and some of her titles were returned. Now, the 70-year-old king of Thailand has 2 women, 1 official wife and 1 official mistress. But even that doesn't seem to be enough for him. He has dozens of concubines. Once, during a pandemic, he was seen relaxing in a hotel in Bavaria with 20 pretty women. They had fun and rode bicycles through the alpine forest. This behavior was seen as unacceptable by many, and protests calling for reform of the monarchy began. King Maha continues to do whatever he wants, and it's clear that being a princess or queen in real life is far from the fairy tales. It's a challenging position, and the Queen of Thailand has to tolerate the king's numerous relationships. This behavior was seen as unacceptable by many, and protests calling for reform of the monarchy began. King Maha continues to do whatever he wants, and it's clear that being a princess or queen in real life is far from the fairy tales. It's a challenging position, and the Queen of Thailand has to tolerate the king's numerous relationships. If she behaves poorly, she can lose everything and even end up in prison. So, would you like to live like a king or queen for at least one day? Thanks for watching. Please share your thoughts, like, and subscribe. See you next